What sort of a man is he, Thea? I mean, to be with day and night. Does he look after you?
He does everything he can.
I should have thought he'd be a little on the old side. What is he, 20 years older?
There's that. And all kinds of other things as well. In fact, you could say we haven't one single thing in common.
But surely doesn't he care for you in some special way of his own?
I've no idea. I'm useful to him, that's for certain, and I don't cost much.
Oh. Aren't you perhaps being silly?
It's the only way it can be with him. He only cares for himself, and maybe the children when it suits.
But he must feel for a little loveboy to send you all the way down here to look for him.
My husband hasn't any idea that I've come here.
Doesn't know?
Certainly not. Besides, he was away on his circuit as usual. I couldn't take it any longer. I just packed a few things and slipped away.
Just like that?
Yes. Onto a train and then here.
My dear Thea, what a brave thing to do.
What else was there?
What's your husband going to say when you get back?
What? Go back to him?
Why, yes.
I'm not ever going back there.
You mean you've upped and left him and everything?
There didn't seem anything else for me to do.
Have you thought what people will say?
They can say whatever they damn well like. There was no way round it for me.
So what are you going to do now?
All I know is that I've got to live wherever Eilert Lofborg lives, if I'm to live at all.
Tell me how it happened, this friendship between you and Eilert Lofborg.
Oh, it started bit by bit. Eventually, I'd acquired a kind of hold over him.
Hold?
He gave up lots of his old ways, friends and so on. Not that I asked him to. I wouldn't have done that.
So, you put him squarely back on the straight and narrow. What a clever little Thea you are.
Well, he seems to think so. And at the same time, in his own way, he seems to have made a real kind of person out of me. He's taught me to think properly.
You became his pupil, too.
Not pupil, exactly. But he talked to me about such an enormous number of things. And then came the very best time, when he actually let me take a real share in his work and what he was doing. That made me happiest of all, becoming so much part of it myself.
He allowed you to do that?
Yes, whatever he was writing, we'd do it together.
You mean like good chums?
Like good chums, that's right, Hedda. That's just what he called it. Oh, I should feel completely happy. But I can't. I don't know if it's going to last.
You don't sound very sure of him.
There's something standing between us. The shadow of another woman.
Who could it be?
I don't know. Someone he knows, back in his past, someone he's not been able to forget.
Has he said anything to you about her?
Only once, in passing.
What was it he said?
That when they'd broken up, she'd threatened to shoot him with a pistol.
Oh, what rubbish. People don't do that sort of thing.
No. So I think it's probably that red-headed singer he used to.
Yes, it might well be.
Everyone said she went around carrying a loaded pistol.
Well, then it must have been her.
But Hedda, they tell me now she's come back here to live. I'm out of my mind.
Shh. Thea, all this is to be just between you and me.
Oh, yes, please, for God's sake, yes.
Here we are, then. One letter all signed, sealed, and ready to deliver.
Good. Mrs. Elfstead wants to go now. I'll come with you to the garden gate.
Judge Brack is here, madam.
Then ask him to come in. Oh, and another thing. Put this in the letterbox.
May one call so soon?
Of course one may.
Any time, Judge Brack, Mrs. Reesing.
Delighted.
How nice it is to see you in the broad light of day for a change.
Not quite the same, no?
Oh, a little younger, I'd say.
You're very kind to me.
What about Hedda, then? Isn't she positively flourishing looking? Isn't she all, you know...
Wait for me, Judge. I'll be straight back.
Well, is your wife pleased with the way things have turned out?
We can never thank you enough. Oh, mind you, we're still missing one or two things we're going to have to get.
Really?
Oh, that shouldn't concern you. Hedda said she'd see to what's needed. Oh, well, let's sit down, shall we?
Just for a moment, my dear Tesman. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Yes, of course. We've had our feast. Now's the reckoning, eh?
Oh, the money side doesn't concern me at this stage. Though I must say, I think you could have splashed about on the house a little less.
You know what Hedda's like, my dear chap. You, of all people, I could hardly have asked her to settle for anything less.
Quiet. There's the nub of it.
Anyway, can't be long before my appointment gets confirmed.